Hey cuties, I'm Lanika and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Thursday, July the 27th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one like a 5.5, maybe a 6. I don't know. I wasn't into it. Y'all tell me what you think. Let's get into this. Let me go to my notes and see if I can remember who was on here today. Okay, first of all, Maxie, discipline your children, please. Them bad kids, child. She said, y'all not going to the pool if y'all don't clean this apartment and stop bothering each other. Well, anyways, Mac gets there and Maxie leaves. I said, no, you don't leave. You get your children in order. Then you can go. But she leaves and then Mac don't have any control over them either. And little boy is deleting stuff on the baby tab, on the girl's tablet. And it's like, give her tablet back, sir. And he talking about she gonna knock down my Legos, and she said, you haven't even built it yet. Then Felicia had to come in there and get these babies together because she said, I don't know what y'all think this is, but no, clean this apartment up and y'all stop all this fussing. And that's all I remember about them. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let's move on. So then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna talk about Carly and Nina, child. We're gonna talk about Carly and Nina. So Nina goes to Kelly's and she was like, Carly, you working here now? I guess she said, girl, I know things are tough, but they can't be that tough. She said, I own the place now. She's like, oh, okay, good for you. Congratulations. And then she said, well, I wanted you to tell you about Willow because, she's doing so great, yada, yada, yada. And Carly said, I know that, but how do you know that? And she said, because she invited me to be in her bubble. And I said, Carly, I know your ass is not jealous of this girl wanting a relationship with her mama. Bobby gave you a relationship when you didn't deserve it. So, anyways, Carly says, uh, well, Willow might be kind hearted or whatever, but not me. And she said, well, I thought, she wanted to thank Carly because she thought Carly had dropped a vendetta that she had against Nina. And Carly said, what made you think that? Anyways, child, Carly lets Nina know everything that I lost, I'm getting back. I said, girl, nah, Carly, I'm gonna need you to take some of these losses on your own. Some of this is you gotta hold yourself accountable. Nina might have took your man, but he couldn't have been taken if he didn't want to go. But she did take him, and I'll give you that one. The whole thing with you losing the Metro Court, that is on you. That right there is on you because didn't nobody tell you to invest in something and play the market? You lost. Nina got the Metro Court back. She tried to give it to you. You had too much pride. You didn't want it back. All right. You could be paying her payments right now and sitting at the Metro Court because you overdressed for Kelly's. You didn't want it, but okay. Then you turned around and you were the one who wanted to who invested in with Aurora and all that. And even I don't care if Nina is the one who called the SEC. You still shouldn't have done it, and you and Drew are getting what y'all deserve because you broke the law. That's on your fault. So all this, I'm getting what I want back and all that. Take accountability for when your life is a mess. That's on you, ma'am. Your life was just fine. Even if you lost Sonny, you have moved on with Drew. Everything else is on you. That's just is what it is. So her and Nina are not gonna get along, and that's it. And let's move on. So then we go over here and we see, oh my god, Portia up in there crying, not dropping a tear. Finn come in and it's awkward. He was like, oh hell. Do I go in here? And so he go in there and Portia talking about Curtis. And he texts Elizabeth and then Curtis up in the room with Elizabeth talking about I don't want Portia or Trina on my list of visitors. So Portia goes in there, Elizabeth goes in there with Portia to talk to her about Curtis. And so she telling her that Curtis is being so she's seen this with other patients. They react like this and Curtis is pushing her away and Elizabeth said, well, would you have wanted to be with him if he still was walking and everything because you was mad at him when he got shot, girl. Let's not be like silly about this. And she said, yeah, we would have worked it out and we would have made it up. I said, because I honestly, you were not being reasonable while you were all upset, didn't know if you wanted to stay in the marriage over a kiss. When you lied to the man about his daughter. Come on now. Come on, somebody. Let's move on because they're going to work this out. Elizabeth just comforts Portia and tell her fight for your marriage. And then Finn goes in there with Curtis because he said from one addict to another, I know what you're going through. And Curtis said, he's not he told the people about his drug addiction, so they're substance addiction, so they're making sure that he's all good and all that. So he was like, okay, but he told him you're gonna need people in your life, don't push them away. He talking about Portia Trina and all that. And so then Portia comes in the Curtis room when Finn leaves, and she gives him some pamphlets and tells him, you ain't pushing me out of your life, I'm gonna be right here with you, and we're gonna go home and we're gonna get through this together. I don't care if you can walk or and you have to be in a wheelchair or not. We're getting through this together, sir. So stop it. And then she go on home. Y'all, it is this new series. Oh, no, 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 no. Never mind. Anyways, so she goes on out of the room or whatever, and then then Finn talks to Elizabeth, and he tells her he didn't know what to do with Portia. She said, she just needed a friend. He's like, I'm glad she has you, and I don't remember. Let's go on. So then we go over here to Molly and Christina, y'all. So first Sam was with Dante and Cody, and she tells them, he just keeps saying that it's more to it. That Sasha was doing so well. Oh, wait a minute, Little Mermaid coming out, and she said, "How do you know that Sasha was doing so well?" It's on Prime. Oh, you gotta buy it. I'll wait for Disney. And he said, because I spent a lot of time with Sasha, so I know she was doing much better or whatnot. I don't know, child. No, I'm gonna wait for Disney. And so he said she's doing much better. She was doing much better, and I just because we had hung out a little bit, so I know she was doing better. But anyway, Sam ended up having to leave, and she go over here to Molly. Y'all see where Molly, the young lady who's playing Molly now. I guess y'all was up in these GH chat rooms. Like she look older than Christina. They still got somebody older. We're sick of y'all changing Molly's. We want the original Molly back. And I guess y'all was acting up in that chat room, so her brother comes through and he tried to tell y'all, the new Molly's not that old Molly not coming back. This is a permanent replacement. And my sister, she like check her IMBD. Wait, IMDB. I don't know what it's called, but check it and all that. I said, sir, don't nobody care about all that. If this girl can act, we'll give her a shot. If she cannot act, we're not gonna give her a shot. Cynthia be acting her butt off, and people hate Nina. Like, it's not about your sister. We don't like this storyline. Y'all finally show Christina and Molly, and it's new people. When we like the old people. I mean, that's all it is. If they do a great job, we'll start to like them. So you don't have to defend your sister. Defend her to yourself, not us. But anyways, y'all, let's move on. They were talking about, Molly had an accident, and I don't know if this real actress had an accident, and so that's why they playing it into the soap scene or what. But she had an accident, and she's stressed out about this baby and all that. I don't care about this storyline. I'm gonna be real with y'all. As I was saying, we have not seen these two, Molly or Christina. They hadn't really been on the soap. Now you bring them on, but you change the actresses, and I get it. With Haley and everything, I understand that, but you change the actresses right as they were getting there. You bringing them a storyline, and you got us used to one Molly, and she was my favorite. Now you bringing another Molly on. I mean, we don't really like that. Care for these characters. Like, there's no investment in them, and now you're getting this big storyline, but we're not invested. That's it. That's all. It's just we're not invested. Keep the storyline going. Somebody might start liking it, and I think it's an important storyline. But maybe they should have did it with somebody else. Honestly, they should have did it with somebody else. Let's move on, child. Cause I don't remember what they weren't talking about nothing. Just her feeling bad about the baby, and she has to come to the conclusion that maybe um, having a child is gonna be different than what she always thought. So then we go over here and we see Cody and Dante are talking, and he keep telling him why, because Cody says he didn't steal the bracelet, and Dante said, I know you didn't. He said, Selena and Gladys were talking. He said, because I know Gladys is no good for Sasha. He said, and Dante is like, but how do you know this? What's going on? You got to tell me more than that. He said, she just isn't any good for her. And then he tells him about Gladys being with Selena Wu. And he said, but why were you, Gladys, and Selena Wu together? And so finally, Cody breaks down and tells him about the whole gambling and how Gladys so because he was telling him about Gladys selling the garage to Sasha, and that he was with Sasha. And you should have seen how you should have seen Sasha's face when she found out. And then on top of that, that's why Dante was like, how do you know about Selena? Like, how did you know about the garage being sold? He said, oh, I overheard it. And so when he kept just pressing him about why were you, Selena, and Gladys together, he finally tells him about the gambling and how Gladys is using all that money, and she's probably deep into Sasha's money. No, she's deep in debt with Selena Wu, so she's having to use Sasha's money, and that's why she wants Sasha out the way. I say, somebody please coach tell Sonny. Go tell Sonny, Dante, if y'all don't make this storyline end, because baby, I can't even. I talked about everybody because I was trying to avoid talking about what's going on at the hospital for the criminally insane, because the way Gladys and this damn doctor have done Sasha on this episode disgusted me. Like, honestly, Sasha wakes up and the nurse is like, I'm your nurse, and she tells her what happened. And then Gladys and the doctor come in and they are gaslighting the heck out of Sasha, telling her, no, that you thought Maxie and Lucy and Brooklyn and Sonny, you thought they all thought you were doing well, but you just made that up in your head. I know it's a soap. You don't got to tell me. I know it's a soap, but the fact that Gladys is sitting there doing this, like, what does this doctor want out of this? Because remember, y'all might be able to tell me, because y'all know I went on vacation, so I was in and out of the soaps that week. What does he want? What is he wanting out of this? Is he wanting just to be able to? Because some people get off on being able to control a celebrity. So is that what he's wanting, to be able to control Sasha? Because y'all know how they did Marilyn Monroe. But is that what he's wanting to do, to be able to control her this way? What is he getting out of this? And because we know what Gladys is getting, and it disgusts me for her to see Sasha in the state she's in, and for her to use that against her and try to play mind games with her. And then when the doctor says, "Let me talk to Sasha in private," and Sasha's like, "No, I don't want to talk to you in private." Gladys don't leave me, but Gladys leaves, and then Maxie comes up and she's trying to get into that room. She wants to talk to Sasha, but Gladys won't let her get into the room. She just keeps telling her, "Oh, the doctor says we can't be around. Come on, let's get it." And Maxie was like, "No, I think she needs to see us. She was doing so well. She was improving." And Gladys is like, "Let's just go get some coffee and all that." And so Maxie leaves. I said, "Sasha, scream. Do something so Maxie can hear you." But then a doctor's in there, and Sasha tells him, "I was doing better. I took a turn for the worse when I started seeing your butt." And so now he doping her up or whatever. Oh, I'm disgusted with this storyline. Completely disgusted with the storyline and the way they have treated her. I can't stand Gladys. Like, there is no redeeming quality for me for Gladys. Like, I know how some people come back and you don't you didn't like them, but then they start turning it around. Gladys had that, because I didn't like Gladys, and then she started turning it around when she really seemed like she cared about Sasha and she was gonna take care of Sasha because of Brando. But now I'm like, I don't care if this woman is on the soap for the next 20 years. I will not like her. There's nothing she could do that would make me like her after seeing the way she has treated Sasha. But y'all, that is General Hospital today. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of What Happened. Wait a minute. Did I get everybody? Yeah, that's the final. I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital edition. Thank you so much for watching.